Good morning and blessed Easter. I'm Dave Kuhns. For the last couple days, I've heard a lot of media people accuse President Trump of being overly optimistic when he gives his COVID-19 briefings. In fact, Jim Acosta the other day accused him of giving too much happy talk. Newsflash, folks, that's what leaders are supposed to do. And I started thinking about how my mother and my father listened to Franklin Roosevelt's fireside chats at the darkest hours of the Second World War. What would have happened if he would have got on and said, "My fellow Americans, man, we are in a lot of trouble and we probably should just give up because we were totally caught unprepared and our factories, you're just not producing and life is just terrible." Or what about if the King of England, you may remember the King's speech, he rallied his countrymen. What about if they would have said, "We're caught, give up," instead of "keep calm and carry on"? The Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth, recently got on the TV to encourage her countrymen and women. And she didn't say, "Oh my gosh, it's so terrible and we were totally caught." She basically said, do the same thing that you did in the Second World War. Be England. Carry on. This feast of Passover is going on right now. What if Moses would have got to the Red Sea and said, "Oi, look at the Egyptians. Maybe we should just turn around and go back and be slaves"? No, that's not what leaders do. They're not the pessimists. That's what the media is for. I happen to like that the orange man gets up and says, "We're making headway. Our factories are turning around and instead of making automobiles, they're making ventilators. Instead of this company making pillows, it's making face masks. Social distancing is working. Look at the curve flatten." I like that. I like having hope because that's what leaders are supposed to do, is give us hope. So to paraphrase Winston Churchill, we will fight them in our gardens. We will fight them in our kitchens. We will fight them with social distancing. We will fight them at 6 feet. We will fight them with face masks. We will fight them with gloves. We will fight them. We will fight them. And we will never, ever, ever surrender. So Jim Acosta and the rest of the media, you can go along and be naysayers, but I want a leader who gives us hope. Because ultimately, Jim, we are going to die. Face it, we're all going to die. But today is Easter. And the ultimate message of hope is that because of the resurrection of the Savior, Jesus Christ, we are all going to live. And that's the ultimate message of hope. God bless America. God bless the world.